Let's talk about defense in the street. Defense in the street is going to be very similar to defense in the ring. In fact, all the things that you do in the ring are also going to happen in the street. You can block with the back of your hands, but I would say this is more of a last-ditch defense, because if you get hit in the back of your hand, you actually hurt your hand a little bit. And we want to avoid injury at all costs. So the hands up like this, they're good to block at a last-ditch attempt, and they're also right there as a punch available to us. Another thing that we can do is to bring the hands up like this and actually shield ourselves with the palms of the hand. And when we do this, we want to be careful how we form the hand. Keep your fingers together and keep your thumb at your side. Don't let your hands sit like this. Keep it very firmly together. And I would use two hands. If you have enough distance where you can see the punch coming, use both hands to defend it. Either over here or over here if it's the left hand. Both hands just like that. I wouldn't put the right hand in front of the left just because it's kind of crossing your hands potentially. Keep your left hand in front of the right at all times. Use both hands. Another thing you can do is somebody gets to jump on you and they're in close, is to bring your hands kind of up like this. This is something you see in boxing. Ken Norton used to fight like this. A couple other famous fighters used to bring their hands up like this. It's kind of a peekaboo style where they're looking through the guard this way. But you have your elbow, your forearm, and your fist sort of defend you. And it's good for in close. You can push your opponent around, and you can avoid getting hit in a very sensitive target. You also have good left hook capability or good right hook capability from this position. So your two major defenses are keep your hands up, move, use movement to get out of the way, use the palm of your hands, or use a shielded guard like this. Let's see how we apply these against an opponent, against a adversary in the street. So go ahead and bring your hands up. Now I'm having my hands up, and they're here for last-ditch purposes. So if I don't see the punch coming, hopefully it's going to run into my guard. But what I'd like to do is move out of the way if I see the punch. Now, if my back is against the wall or I can't get out of the way quick enough, I can put my hands up. So let's see you do your punch. Boom, I can bring them up that way. Good. And punch with your left hand. Same thing. Now, I recommend using two hands. That way you have a little bit wider area to cover, plus you have a little bit more reinforcement. Do that one more time. Boom, that way, right. I'm also, when I bring my hands up, I'm burying my chin into my shoulder. If this punch slips through my guard, I want to keep my chin nestled into my jaw or into my shoulder so I don't get my chin turned. The thing that really hurts is when you get hit on your chin like this. This wrenches your brainstem. You can almost think of your chin as a big lever arm. So when it hits my chin, it's like a big lever that's going to turn the base of my brain this way. And that wrenching of the brainstem is what knocks you out. If you get hit on top of the head, it's not so bad. In fact, a lot of times what happens is people punch you, they're going to break their hand. Another place you don't want to get hit is in the back of the head. That's why we want to get the back facing the opponent. So it's the same thing. You have a lever arm here with your chin. That's why you don't want to get hit in the chin. And you don't want to get hit in the back of the head because this also is like a big lever. So I want to avoid that. So that brings up our other way of defending ourselves. So if we get in tight, we're bringing the hands up like this. Okay? Now I have my arm here. It's kind of checking his arm. I'm covering my face with this hand. Doesn't have very many open targets to hit me. He certainly can't get to my chin. And I can push off with this position too. So when I get in like this, he gets in real close. Boom, just like that. So I got my forearms to actually kind of a counterattack with also. So a couple of different ways to defend. Okay, throw a punch from a distance. Okay, boom, right? And keep that distance open. Right? Or if he rushes in here and gets close, boom, I want to get my hands up this way. Okay, it's very easy to go from either position from here. So throw your punch. Easy to go like that, come in close. Easy to go here. Just like in the sport of boxing, there's three major ranges in a street defense. Now we're going to start from the closest range. Now we're in close, the person is probably going to be grabbing you. And I talk about this because in a self-defense situation, this is what we're talking about. People coming inside your range to hit. So when he's in close like this, he's going to be grab me or not. He maybe punch me tight, and I'm going to be punching nice and tight also. So these are going to be very short, tight uppercuts, very short, tight hooks. Now there's a mid-range here, it's a little bit larger, where we're talking about a lot of straight punches like this. So a lot of straight punches here, but I don't have to cover very much distance. So I can come around a little wide here, or I can come perfectly straight. Now the longer range distance is where I'm going to have to cover a little bit of distance as I strike. So I'm going to have to step in and jab or step in and throw a combination. Now we're not as concerned with this because if you're going to back up to this distance and start fighting, you probably can make a quick exit. And if it's self-defense, that's what I want you to do, is make an exit. So we're not really attacking a person, we're defending. So as soon as we get to this range, as soon as we battle ourselves out to this range, we're going to make an exit. So let's start in close. Starting close. So we're in close here. The person's grabbing. It's very tight movement. And when you're in a very tight situation like this, you want to get very low in your stance, and you want to get your hips out behind you. And I call this leverage. You want to have certain leverage with your lower body kind of out behind you this way. This is going to make your punches very powerful. Okay, now if we can beat the guy off a little bit, then we're at a mid-range. We're going to use our straight punches. Now, straight punches are very effective, and they both go right down the middle like this. Sometimes I can loop a little bit, but generally it's straight. That's the mid-level range right there. Boom. And if he backs up a little bit, where I actually have to step at him, this is the time to make our exit. Let's see how boxing might work against a realistic situation on the street. So he's going to come give me a push. Boom. Step back with it. Take a little bit of that pressure off the push. Let's do that again. So you push me. Just take the pressure with it, step right back in, boom, hit him with the right cross. Real simple. Get him to overcommit a little bit. Go ahead, push me. So he comes in, right? He's overcommitted. Boom. Let him walk right into that right hand. One more time. Notice how I step back right to my boxing stance immediately. It's very natural. Watch the order of my feet move. Watch the order of my feet move on the way out. Watch the order of my feet move on the way in. It's all second nature by now. So again, give me a push. Take it away. Boom. Step right in like that. And again. Another technique for in-close fighting. Person comes up and grabs your head. So grab my head. I'm going to roll underneath the shot here and counter with the right. So he's going to grab my head. He's going to hold my head down so he can hit me with his right hand. So I'm just going to continue his action. Roll out and come back with the right hand. And again. So I step to my stance as I roll out and I shuffle with it also. So I go underneath. Boom. I just punch right there. One more time. Here's another in-close defense technique against a shoulder grab. Person comes up and grabs my shoulder. He's going to pull me into an uppercut. Before he does that, I want to wrap up around the arm. This happens a lot in boxing. When we're in a clinch like that, one fighter's going to wrap around the other person's arm, try to keep him from turning. Now I can keep him from punching just by putting a little pressure here. Set up my own uppercut right underneath like that. Okay, so let's do that. Grab my shoulder. Roll your arm all the way around here. And then, boom, bring your uppercut in. One more time. Here. Don't stop there. Come right back to the right hand. Boom. Pop. Another important defensive move is to duck underneath the punch. So here we are in our boxing stance, and we have a real wide haymaker coming up towards our head. So it's better than going back. You want to go underneath this way. So as the punch comes in, instead of riding back this way, increasing the likelihood you're going to get hit, is to go underneath it. So as the punch comes in, you want to roll underneath like that. So the punch, again, coming towards my temple, I roll with it, and then underneath. So one more time, I roll. You want to maintain your balance as you roll underneath the punch. Come back with your own left hook. So you want to bend your knees. That's going to help you maintain your balance. And twist into that left hook. Again, this is an in-close range. If my opponent here, he's going to throw an overhand right. Now, if I back up, I'm just increasing the likelihood that he's going to tag me. So as he comes in, I want to bend my knees and roll underneath the shot like that. Now he's set up for a body shot here, boom, and then went up to the head like that. Let's take a look at that again. So he comes up towards the head, I roll underneath the shot, and then go to the body, head. One more time. Roll underneath. Okay, you got to have good judgment when you do this. Go ahead. And again. Here's how we can use boxing technique in self-defense situations. We're going to do this after a two-hand push. So the guy comes up to push me. As he pushes me, I'm going to just turn back into my guard. Now I'm going to use that turn into my guard to help deflect that push. So watch how we do that again. So it comes in here. I'm just going right back to my guard, but I'm using my forearm and my elbow to deflect those hands. Now I'm going to come back with a combination of punches. Right hand in the jaw, hit him up underneath the body, again to the jaw, and then finish the left hook again to the side of the head. So watch how we do that. He pushes in here. I rock back, right hand, left uppercut, right hand, left hook. If one punch doesn't get him, the next one will. So let's do it one more time. So I come right back to my guard, right, cover up with my head, right hand, left uppercut, right hand, left hook. Okay, it's a little bit faster. And again. I don't want to let him get a good push on me, so as I see the push coming in, I'm timing it so that as I step back with the movement, draw his weight to the front leg, and knock his hands to the side. Here's another common self-defense technique or self-defense scenario. The man comes up and grabs my shoulder here, and he's setting up to pull me into the right hand. Before we can do so, I'm going to go right to my guard, but I'm going to use bringing my hands into the guard position to attack his wrist right here. So I go like that, left hand goes right to the jaw. So I'm going to drop right to my stance, take the right hand with a turn of the body against his wrist, and use that left hand to go right to the face. Okay, I think even a better target is to hit him in the throat. Go right here, hit him right in the throat, right hand, then I'm going to finish up left uppercut, right hand, left hook. Okay, let's take a look at that again. So he grabs me right away, right in there. Bang, 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 pop. Let's look at it from this side. Let's look at some of the details. He grabs my shoulder here. When he comes up there, I'm going to take that wrist right against there. This is how I hold it for a guard. So I'm just turning into my guard, using that wrist to come right between his hand, attack his wrist, right there, punch him in the head. Use the turn of my body to assist both knocking his hand off and punch him in the head. One more time. Grab my shoulder. So this is the primary move right here. Bang. Hit him. Right hand, left uppercut. Right hand, boom, left hook. Okay, one more time. Now we got a technique where the man is choking me and punching me with the opposite hand. So he reaches in to choke me out here. As I go to my guard, I'm going to come down. Hit his arm this way. I'm actually going to use my elbow, attack his forearm, just have more leverage here, take it off like that. Now I'm crossing him a little bit, I'm going to come in him in the kidney. So right behind the kidney, and I'm going to come back to the left hook right to the head, right to the jaw, hit him there, knock him out. So again. Usually the guy's just trying to intimidate me with a move like this. In fact, it's stupid for him to do it. But he grabs my throat here, and I'm right into the jaw. Okay, now my attacker comes up and grabs me around the neck. As soon as he does that, I want to push his face across him like that. Punch him in the body, and then uppercut him. Boom. If I uppercut him in the body, that's fine. If I can bring his body forward, then I uppercut him in the jaw. Left hook. So he grabs me on the head, cross face him this way, hit him in the body, hit him in the body, hit him in the jaw, left hook. Watch that again. Push his face across him, hit him in the body, up to the face, left hook. One more time. Cross face, hit him, hit him, hit him. Okay, at a more realistic speed. Okay, now we have a situation where our opponent's kicking at us. When he kicks at us, we're going to keep our arm in the same guard here, just change our angle. This elbow should protect us from the kick and should help deflect us. I'm going to go this way here like that. Left hand right to the face, right hand right to the face, uppercut right to the kidney. Now what I want to do is I want to sidestep him this way, hook him right in the head. Let's try it again. So I'm in my guard already, comes in, boom, sidestep him off to the side. My left hand's right there. Left hand, right hand, and then boom, good shot to the kidney. After I hit him here, I want to walk around, hit him in the side of the head. Okay, now we have a situation where we have an opponent kicking at us. When he kicks at me, I'm going to sidestep. So here comes the kick. Sidestep, get right to my guard, and use that elbow to help deflect it. Left hand, right hand, uppercut. It goes right here to the kidney. Step around the guy, hit him in the head. And again, sidestep, 1-2, uppercut. Boom. Now our opponent's going to hit us with the right hand up to the temple. So he comes in with the right hand, and duck into him real close, hit him in the body, hit him in the head. Okay, let's do it again. Roll in, uppercut, hook. So right from here, come on in. So loop that in, roll your head right in there, pop. Now when I'm standing here and I expect I'm going to get some trouble, you can see I get kind of close to my normal fighting stance, so I turn a little bit sideways. So it's going to be a lot quicker for me to assume my guard from this position. So it throws that right hand in, boom. Okay, let's go a little speed, a little bit faster speed. Here my opponent comes in with a combination, he's doing a left-right combination. Again, I'm going to use my hands like this where I open them up and I just kind of shield myself. So he comes in there, left-right, and boom, don't wait. 1, 2, hook, uppercut, hook. So nice flurry right back at him. So here I am. 1, 2, left, right, hook, uppercut, hook again. So I'm going to the head, but I'm also getting a body shot in there. One more time. Do it again. Okay, let's watch from this side. You've been boxing a lot. You're going to have the proper reflexes to deal with a situation like this. So go ahead. 1, 2, 1, 2. You don't want to be on the ground. So when the guy comes in for a tackle, we have to have a good defense. He comes in, help his head down like this, come back with the knee. Lift his head up with the knee, uppercut, left hook, right hand, left hook. Let's watch that again. So he comes in, help him down, knees head up, uppercut, left hook, right hand, left hook. Just take him out with a flurry like that. As he's coming in, I'm trying to pull him forward off balance. He's got a lot of momentum coming forward, so I want to pull him forward. If I take 1 step back or 2 steps back, I want to get him to overcommit being forward. So come here, come back, knee, uppercut, left hook, right hand, left hook. Let's take a look from this side. Watch what happens if I don't get back fast enough. So come on, here, he's got me. You can take me down. So I want to get back this way. I want to get my leverage back on his back this way. So if he does get me, I want to be in a strong position where he can't pick me up and throw me down. So let's watch that again. So he comes in, here, knee, uppercut, left hook, right hand, left hook. Finish him off. These are very basic defenses. It's a very effective defense. The effectiveness of boxing lies in the power you can generate. Of all the striking arts, I wager that boxing is the most powerful of them all, if it's done correctly. You have to have good leverage. You have to have a good stance. Above all, you have to have proper timing. You have to have good judgment of when to throw the punches and when not to. A good stance, good control of the distance, making sure you're at the proper distance to throw your punch, and again, proper technique. It's only going to come through daily practice and working with a partner. You have to work with a partner, get used to the proper distance. Doing it in the air or just on equipment is not going to be enough. You have to work with live opponents, live partners, and you need a variety of partners. And also try to look for people who do have experience. Thank you for watching our video on boxing for self-defense. As you can see, boxing is a very effective way to fight, whether it's in the ring or in the street. It employs very simple, basic movements that are effective and strong. Good luck in your training.